I feel like you can tell when a company does branded merch very well. One, Exhibit A, it looks really good, but two, the people are so excited to wear it. Look at all of us repping our amazing new ePromos merch. Krista, I want to talk to you a little bit about our swag shop, what the swag shop was and how we got our hands on this awesome new merch for ePromos.
With the ePromos rebrand and new logo, we wanted to offer merchandise to all the employees. So basically, the approach I took is rep what you love and source merchandise that I'm really passionate about and that I knew everybody else would also love. We would just went with things that are fresh, are classic, a little bit trendy, things you could find in retail, and also took kind of the same approach with the logos as well. Obviously, probably can't tell on video, but this is a very nice t-shirt, Stanley Stella t-shirt. It's definitely got that retail feel. The fabric is really nice and thick, but still soft. And I purposely wanted to wear this because it says rep what you love. And that's what I feel like was the theme for the whole swag shop. Bella, you're wearing the OGO Transcend pullover, which is kind of a mix of a little bit of athleisure, but also like the fabric's so nice and kind of high quality that you really could wear it into the office if you wanted to. McKenna wearing the Brooks Brothers V-neck sweater. And Laura, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing the Bella Canvas sweatshirt, and I love it because it's super soft and snuggly, and it's also a bit oversized, which I feel like is very trendy right now.
What were some of the biggest priorities for the merchandise that you're going to include in the store for the swag shop that we had?
Obviously, we really wanted things that were new and fresh to kind of go along with the new branding. We wanted to stick with our new green colors. We wanted to be really intentional and get things that people would actually love and use. So not just throwing in something just to throw it in to fulfill a category or meet a need that might not actually be there just to add more product. We really wanted to just have items that people would love and use.
I mean, at least from my perspective, being someone who went online, placed an order and looked through all the different pieces, I almost had to limit myself with, okay, I can't
Same.
drop I got to budget a little bit because I want to buy everything. So I think you guys did such a good job at picking things that didn't just feel like kind of the stereotypical branded merch. Like to your point, this is elevated pieces that I will feel proud to wear out. This one specifically you said was more of an athletic fit. I'm still gonna wear this at night during maybe a campfire or fire pit moment, but also running too in the mornings when it's still 60 out in upstate New York. So excited to have this.
Yes, and it has the matching pants. So
I do have the
you
pants.
could have a whole fit, which that was something I was really excited about doing for the swag shop because the matching sets are so big in retail right now. And I was like, we have to have some matching sets. So we threw a couple of those in there as well.
And those OGO pieces are actually items that we saw at PPAI in January, which is one of our largest industry trade shows. So we were able to kind of see, touch, and feel everything with the employee store in mind as well.
Yeah, to add on to that, how we came up with these items, besides seeing them at PPAI, we were looking at trends, what's hot right now, but also we did some research with employees and got some feedback. What are you looking for? What do you want to see in the store? So we weren't going in totally blind.
Were there any products when you guys were sourcing all of these things that were especially intentional for our new brand? Because in case you guys missed it, ePromos is a completely different looking brand than she was back in February. So did you guys pull any pieces that, with the new brand, the new colors, our gorgeous green that we have, that you really felt would resemble this new era of ePromos?
Really, that goes back to looking for items that are fresh and new and have the retail feel, which I think really reflects what our new branding is. It's not as, corporate or stuffy than some brands tend to feel.
We talked a lot about one of the struggles really, as we went through a new rebrand is our green is very specific, as many clients have probably experienced in their time, right? Sometimes your colors don't match well. And I think you both did such an amazing job making sure that we had really great neutral pieces that allowed the logo to shine, like those sweatshirt Laura's wearing, where you can really see that tag logo, let that stand out, but again, still be a retail inspired piece. So making sure there was that flexibility to let the brand shine, even if it wasn't directly on a green or mint color, even though you guys also did an amazing job finding us some of those PMS color matches. So I think that was one of the things that was so amazing to me as you guys went through sourcing and selected these items, was that flexibility to have something that was neutral, could let the brand shine, and with neutral pieces, people are more likely to also wear them all the time because it's not, trying to get someone to wear green if a green is not their color.
Our next company activity should be everyone getting their color analysis done.
Oh my gosh.
Really.
We gotta skew it so that everybody turns out either mint or green, because that's just where we're at. There's no other options.
Laura, I want to ask you, why do you think having a system like this, the swag shop, having a dedicated storefront where our employees can go in and choose the exact merch that they want to order, why do you think that's such a valuable thing for companies?
I think it creates a centralized brand experience that everybody can pick and choose to rep something that they truly love. It helps the employees feel connected to the company and the brand, especially with ePromos going through a rebrand. It really allows us to get that kind of new look and feel that we're hoping to be projecting as a company. It also extends kind of the impact of the brand. It goes well beyond just launch day. We got our pieces a couple weeks ago, and I see people wearing them in almost every meeting I'm in. Everybody's so excited to talk about the new merch. So I think it really does help also with, the company culture and just being proud of who your company is and wanting to show that off.
I think too, it is kind of fun. Like you said, we've been on these calls the last couple weeks since getting the orders, and people are repping what they love. And it's fun to see what people picked from the swag shop. And I'm also getting FOMO a little bit because I'm like, I actually should have spent all of my money on the swag shop.
I just want to jump in and also ask, this mug is never far away from me. I'm obsessed with this mug. I love the size. I love the branding and the colors and everything. So I was very excited to receive this, and it's always close by.
I'm very jealous of the mug because I have enough coffee mugs, or so I thought, until I saw Krista's, and I am kicking myself for not getting that mug for myself.
Laura, how do you think this experience with the swag shop kind of shapes our perspective, or at least the way we think about branded merchandise for our clients?
Yeah, so I think we approach this swag shop as more of a branded experience opposed to just a product catalog. So we are thinking much more intentionally about the assortment and the strategy to ensure that it really would resonate with our employees here. And we did that by also looking at previous data of what sold well, and also what the employees were asking for on some of those employee satisfaction surveys geared towards the swag shop. So we can ensure that we're offering hard goods, which we haven't historically offered, and expanding on some of the categories such as the professional wear like McKenna is wearing. So we're really providing them a solution to what the employees are wanting to see, and not just what we think that they would like to see.
McKenna, how do you think the swag shop specifically kind of supported our new brand launch that we just went through back in March?
I think one of the biggest things to call out with that is this swag shop and these products that we selected were a really key and kind of pivotal element of our rebrand. So this wasn't something that we kind of thought of as an afterthought. This is something we were planning for from the beginning of the refresh, and making sure that as we rolled this out internally, that we followed that really closely with this swag shop to give everyone the opportunity to get these items and select things that helped them connect with the new brand, right? This was a huge change for us. We're a 28-year-old brand, and we changed pretty much everything about ourselves except the general name. And so giving people this opportunity to buy merch, feel proud of this new branding, to celebrate it with all of us who have been so part of the brand refresh was a really cool and pivotal activation for us, and is something that, reminds us all that merch is really a leading strategy. It's not an afterthought. It shouldn't be the icing on the cake. It should be a key foundational element to any campaign that you're launching. But for us, it was a huge foundation piece for our brand refresh to make sure our team could really showcase their love for our new brand and who we are. And to everyone's point, right? Be proud, be excited, be able to share this with our customers and start to represent who our brand is in 2026 and beyond.
What makes it more meaningful then for us to do this swag shop activation, right? You said it was an experience. I think we all collectively have agreed that this was a really fun brand experience for everyone involved, whether you're in the planning stage or just the recipient phase of going in the swag shop and ordering. How is that more meaningful for us versus just, giving a care package, right?
Both bring such value to a situation, right? So I'll kind of touch on the idea of handing out a few branded items and then talk about where a swag shop like this can really have some pivotal effects. So with the swag shop, we did a free gift for all of our employees. And so we had a tote bag that's branded. We had a mop topper. Bella's going to showcase them as I talk. We had, mop topper. Everyone's showing. I love it. We had some fun socks. We had a big desk mat that has some like fun internal pieces. We had a sticky note sheet that people can color in, right? So we had some items that we just wanted to send and make sure that our team had something to commemorate this big moment. Additionally, when we did our holiday gifting last year, we did an advent calendar as a teaser to the new launch, right? So absolutely, you can have really strategic opportunities to just gift branded merchandise and people will love it. I think the thing that separates a swag shop or an opportunity to allow your employees or customers to really hand select items is that experience of choice and letting people, pick the things that make the most sense for their life, right? As I talked about earlier, maybe I don't like wearing green. I do, obviously, but if that's not your color, we've selected items that allow you to wear something that you're comfortable in, right? We've got lots of different styles to make sure everyone across our entire team feels comfortable. We've got the professional wear for our sales focused and client facing team members so that they can wear something that they'd be proud to go to a client event, be on a Teams call with a client and represent themselves professionally. But we also have things that if you want to just be comfy and loving the ePromos brand, you have that too. And I think choice is so important. And this is something I share with our customers who are watching this as well. Giving your end user the opportunity to pick something out lets them feel more involved in that brand experience. They're picking something that they want to wear versus something that maybe they'll keep on their desk but might not use because it wasn't something they would have picked for themselves. And so I think that's a way to really get that buy-in and those extended impressions, is letting them have a voice and a say in what they're selecting so that they can rep what they love and they can have that experience that feels curated to them. So both go in tandem. Both options are fantastic. Obviously, we support both, but I think they both have opportunities where you can use them really strategically. And that's something that obviously our team at ePromos can absolutely help any client to understand when that best moment is so that you can activate in the best way possible and get the most impressions for these types of programs and orders to really boost your brand and that visibility.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it kind of just comes down to like a bottom line of whatever you feel is right for your brand or your campaign or your activation. It comes down to strategic choices for that branded merchandise to ensure that who's ever on the receiving end genuinely loves and responds well to that product that they're being gifted.
Absolutely. And I think we've been talking about this a lot internally, but a pen is never just a pen, right? a pen can have so much story behind it, right? The mop topper means so much to us as a brand, as one of our owners actually created the patent for it. So it's so meaningful to who we are. So of course we're going to carry that through, and our team knows that, and they know the story behind that. Same thing with any item that you're picking for, your team, your customers. Making sure that you have some of that storytelling behind it is just going to add so much more value to the item, and create an experience beyond just the t-shirt, right? Like we all said, Bella, you're going to wear that sweatshirt when you're running. You're going to wear it at the campfire, right? Krista's wearing that because she loves the sentiment of rep what you love. Laura loves that she can be comfy, cozy in her sweatshirt, right? We all have different things that make us excited about these pieces. And a lot of that goes into the strategic storytelling and the thoughtful curation of the products that this amazing team selected for our internal group. And so I think that's the thing that can really take just a pen and turn it into this meaningful brand moment and an extension of your brand into the real world, right? That physical touch point.
Let me just throw a little bit more in about the merchandising side, because I love merchandising. And I just want everyone to know, not just for the swag shop, but for any of our clients, we really care about what we're sourcing for you. So take these socks, for example. We didn't just pick a random pair of socks like from any of our suppliers. We did research. We reached out to different sock brands. We got samples. So we ended up with like the comfiest, like nicest socks possible. We don't want to send junk out. We're definitely like looking in and doing the research and merchandising very thoughtfully. So I just want everybody to know that.
I will say to that point, Krista, I called Krista and Laura the minute my swag shop order came in the mail. I'm like, we're doing an unboxing together, and they got my first reactions, my live reactions to everything. I obviously knew what was in the package, but it's so different seeing it in person for the first time. And I think the socks specifically were something I was the most pleasantly surprised about. I knew I was getting socks, and I feel like socks are one of those things where branded socks are a common promo item, I would
And
think.
some can be real bad.
Yeah, but when I opened our socks from the swag shop, and I'm not even just saying this, they are the thickest in the best way possible, stretchy, almost athletic-esque style fabric of sock, and I genuinely want to test them running. I know I've been talking about running a lot here, but I was genuinely impressed by the quality of the socks.
And that's where our research comes in. We like to look into these products before we recommend them to any client.
I think it would be fun if we all did a kind of round robin of one of our favorite things from the swag shop. So do you want to start with one of your favorite things?
Absolutely. So my favorite item is the new tote bag that we gave as part of the free gift. Thank you, Laura. So I love this. It's super trendy, really kind of branded style, with the monostrap handle. And it's such a cool, elevated way to showcase our brand that's not so kind of traditional branding. So I really love this item. Thank you, Krista and Laura, for selecting that, because I think it just looks beautiful. It comes across so elevated, and I love it.
Krista, what is one of your favorite things? I mean,
Oh
you
my
sourced
gosh,
everything,
okay.
but if you could pick one.
So this is really hard. So I already talked about the coffee mug, and I talked about the socks. That tote bag is also one of my favorites. But another favorite, the Nike backpack. So story behind this backpack, I had a sample for years before we obviously decided to do the swag shop. It has been to many countries with me on many airplanes as my carry-on. It is like my tried and true go-to backpack. So now to have it with the ePromos logo, I love it. I'm complete now.
We're gonna need some pictures next time you're in the airport with the bag, or wherever you're traveling to.
Yes.
Some nice little scenic shots,
Oh yeah.
Laura, what's one of your favorite things?
All right, so I'm definitely a drinkware person. So one of my favorites is our brewmate. So we are seeing kind of that multi-use lid trending right now within the space. So you can either use this with the straw, where you can sip it, or you can also remove the straw to chug it. So a great multi-use piece here.
One of my favorite things. I mean, everything in the the swag shop was amazing, but to me, this just aligns with our new branding really well. And it's just a fun extension or physical way to kind of experience our new branding. So part of that visual brand redesign, we created like this sticker set, and now we actually turned it into real stickers, which I didn't know we were doing this. So when I got these in, I'm going to be sticking these around my house, like everywhere. I want more packets of these, but these are all of our fun little stickers that we add on like social posts or any digital media. And now to have a physical version of them in my hands, I just have a like emotional attachment to this. I don't know why. It's really cute.
Well,
Yeah.
and I love the stickers too and the story behind them because Krista and Laura got so many samples of stickers to make sure that the stickers we had were like really, really good quality. And so again, circling back around to the fact that every single item in this shop was so curated by both Krista and Laura and tested, they made sure that we were not going to have stickers that fell off or like hurt our products, anything like that. And so I love just that element of the stickers too, that like so much went into them beyond just designing some beautiful stickers. And I would be remiss because I didn't say this earlier to shout out our amazing creative team as part of this swag shop who helped bring the entire new branding vision to life through these items. The shirt Chris is wearing, which Bella held up at the beginning, has a really cool full back design. Everything is just so beautifully done. We have so many pieces that got, you know, more full color imprints or designs. So thank you to our amazing creative team who brought the vision to life in partnership with merchandising, who selected these amazing products. It was truly a dream come true to see
And
all
like how cute. What a good design. Knock your socks off, ePromos. Like I love it. They did such a great job with creative.
So obviously we've talked a lot on this call about our swag shop, and we do offer company stores like this for a lot of our enterprise clients, but that's not always the solution that you may need. And so the nice thing about this is the concept we just talked about throughout this, right? It's something that you can apply to, again, a singular campaign. There's a lot of different solutions that we can customize to your needs, whether that's a form to collect sizes, to get a shirt as part of a new hire kit, or, you know, if you are large enough and you do want a branded company store, that's obviously something we can discuss with our enterprise programs. But there are so many different variations of this experience that we can kind of work with you and partner on to make sure that you are representing your brand through these physical touch points the best way possible and getting the best activation for your brand and that campaign or that moment. So just because this is kind of related to our swag shop, don't let that limit you. You can take a lot of the things that we've talked about today and we can cater that to any moment, any activation. Again, as Krista said, all backed by thorough merchandising research to make sure that the products that we're selling you and that are going to be in these activations for you are the best possible quality for the different price points so that you can feel really good about the items you're selecting and know that they're going to last you a long time. They're going to get those lasting impressions. And to everyone's point, going to be something that the end user wants to wear and wants to rep. So we'd love to talk with you more about how we can activate programs like these for you and your brand. So reach out to us, contact us on our website, or contact us directly through our customer service channels. We would love to help you represent your brand, represent your activation, and help your customers, your team rep what they love and help be that extension of your brand. And let's turn these branded touch points into meaningful moments to connect with your clients and really bring your brand to life.